year is 1977, the place, a galaxy far, far away. A story on the verge of becoming a commercial failure becomes one of the most pop, iconic, and groundbreaking pieces of physical media ever displayed for the masses. People connect to Star Wars in real lifetime and have connected to Star Wars since the 70s and beyond. It's extremely universal and timeless all over the world. People love it, old and young, and there is no true age limit to the phenomenon of Star Wars. I'm no expert, but I know a lot about movies and the background behind Star Wars. I've been to conventions, I've talked to fans that know a lot more than I do, but I do appreciate it. Not very many people understand the backgrounds of the groups of the Star Wars trilogies, and I want to break it down so people have a better understanding. Today, I will be breaking down three of the most important groups in Star Wars: the Galactic Empire, the Rebel Alliance, and the Jedi Order. First, let's talk about the Galactic Empire. According to the official Star Wars database, the Galactic Empire was a large militant-like group that ran the galaxy for many years through fear, intimidation, and tyranny. The Galactic Empire arose from the ashes of the fallen and failed Republic by a former senator of Naboo who was secretly the Sith Lord named Darth Sidious. Once Senator Palpatine took over, the Emperor had power to take over the entire galaxy. During this time, there was a galactic civil war taking shape. General Tarkin, Darth Vader, and the representative of Palpatine, who back then was the senator of Naboo, turned everybody against each other, and there was just a huge civil war going on in the galaxy. In testing the new Death Star, planet Alderaan was destroyed during one single blast generated by the Death Star. After the destruction of Death Star 1 by the Rebel Alliance, whom we will discuss next, the construction of Death Star 2 commenced, but later was destroyed once again by the Rebels. You can try to relate this point to what's going on in real time right now. People relate it to politics. If you realize that the Civil War was going on and identify who was fighting against who in the trilogies when you're watching, it's a lot easier to understand the reconstruction of Death Star 1 and Death Star 2, and it makes it a lot easier to put it together. Now that we've talked about the Galactic Empire, I want to talk about the Rebel Alliance. So according to the official Star Wars database, the Rebel Alliance fought against the Galactic Empire for a number of years, fighting to restore democracy to the galaxy and to end the terror caused by the Galactic Empire, which was Palpatine, General Tarkin, and Darth Vader. So the Rebel Alliance was formed during the construction of the Death Star 1 by Princess Leia, Admiral Akbar, and many others. The Rebel Alliance was formed before Leia, but during the main course of the Alliance, it was later on. The roots of the Rebel Alliance formed even earlier than the Clone Wars, which is a movie in Star Wars. This dates back before Darth Vader and Palpatine were still in the Senate acting as representative of Naboo. The importance of the rebellion's origins are heavily located towards the full dissolvence of the Republic into the Empire. So Mon Mothma and Padme secretly grouped together with other senators to discuss the corruption in the Senate. So they originally formed the Resistance. That was what it was called later on. That was composed of pilots, and they had a better system going on before then. It was really unorganized. They were defeated many times. They lost many more times than they won. So when they won the second Death Star battle, in the final defeat of the Empire, Luke awoke the good in his father, Darth Vader, Luke and Leia are sisters, are brother and sister, which you'll find out later on. But that plays a huge role into the construction and the destruction of the Death Star. The connection between the Skywalkers and the Galactic Empire and the Rebel Alliance is key in the construction of the Star Wars saga. So, now that we've discussed the Galactic Empire, the Rebel Alliance, I want to discuss the Jedi Order, which I think is the most important. According to the official Star Wars database, the Jedi Order are a unified group of people that are specially trained to use the Force and guard the peace of the galaxy. The Jedi are lower in numbers due to the mass murder of them that took place before when Anakin was turning to Darth Vader. They are considered to be non-existent at this point in time and described as legends, although there are a couple left actually in the galaxy. The Jedi were a big part of the Republic. They were extremely peaceful and very spiritual beings. They were protecting the galaxy from the Republic itself. So anytime there was conflict, they would turn to the Jedi to seek counsel. There's a council of them, and that's who they would seek their advice from. The Jedi had been around for thousands of generations, and whenever there was trouble or corruption in the Senate, that's where everybody turned to. So they were kind of like the middleman. The Jedi were caught in the middle, though, when there was corruption. In the order created by Palpatine, named Order 66, the Jedi were all to be killed. Most died, but others, like Luke Skywalker, Yoda, and Obi-Wan Kenobi, ran away and survived, thus creating the Rebel Alliance. They went into hiding. There were 3 Jedi that were key, which were, like I said, Yoda, Luke Skywalker, and Obi-Wan. The Jedi Alliance is a central and controversial topic of Star Wars, and this is basically what the saga is based around. So, if you go back and you really want to pay attention to the Jedi Order, that's the most important part. In conclusion, you have learned about the backgrounds and the most important groups of Star Wars and how they all connect to each other. Star Wars is an influential saga and continues even today with new movies, new characters, new settings, and new plot twists. So after all this information I gave you, which can be a little intimidating if you haven't even seen the Star Wars movies, I think it will give you a better understanding for the history and the background of the films, and hopefully I've encouraged you to go and